Welcome. My name is Lachlan Mackay, and it's going to be my privilege to share with you today Kirtland Temple. We're going to start by talking a little bit about temple construction. The building was built between 1833 and 1836. They hoped to build bricks, but many of those bricks crumbled as they fired them. They ended up using a building technique new to this area, probably came down from Upper Canada with a man by the name of Artemis Millet. His idea was to gather pieces of sandstone of various sizes and shapes. Using mortar to hold that stone together, they build a wall about 2 feet thick and about 45 feet high, and then immediately apply a hard plaster or stucco finish to the outside. You see that today as white. They described it in the 1830s as blue, kind of a slate gray, I think it was. They had sent young people out to gather old crockery and glass that was crushed even finer and dumped into the stucco so that when the sun hit it, it would sparkle brilliantly. And then to create the illusion of cut stone block, which would be the most magnificent building they could put up at the time if they could afford it, and they couldn't. So to create that illusion, they painted mortar joints on the wall, painted lines on the stucco. So from a distance, it looked like it was built of large cut stone block, but if you got close, you'd discover stucco and paint. The roof was wood shingles dipped in a red lead paint to preserve them. The front doors, a moderate olive green, so pretty colorful temple early on. Unfortunately, toned down through the years. But structurally, what you see really survived amazingly intact. They had big plans for Kirtland. They hoped to build 2 more of these buildings just here to the south. The first of those, as described in a book called The Doctrine and Covenants, it's Community of Christ, section 91, the Church of Jesus Christ, section 94. So the first of those is going to be a house for the presidency, meaning an office building for church leaders. And then on the second lot to the south, they were going to build a house for their printing operations, a print shop. Try and imagine not one of these, but 3 in this whole area from what is now Maple Street, just north of the temple, to what's still Joseph Street, a block to the south. It's going to become their public square with their town centered around that square. So even this early, they're not just throwing up buildings here. They're very carefully laying out, planning, building up a community. We're now going to move over and in through one of the 2 front doors and stop in the outer court.